what I'm going to do now is try out the Trango Cinch on a pretty small rope here. This is really 5/16 KMIII, but I think it's really close to 9mm. It looks pretty small. That's 8mm beeline beside it, so it's pretty small stuff, rated at 4,000 pounds. And here's the cinch, of course, and I've got a little lightweight tether here to keep it from falling should I drop it, so I'm going to go ahead and install it. And what I found works as good as anything is to just swing this open, turn it upside down, and close it, and it's ready to go. I hook up here and hook that into my harness, and that's ready to go. Now, somewhere on here, there it is, I should have a pulley, and I'm going to do this, of course, just like I would with a gree-gree to a yo-yo or do a rad. And that's, it went backwards. Backwards again, there we go. I've never tried the cinch on this smaller rope. I have a gree-gree and it works well. And here it is, I'm completely off of it, bouncing around, and it's not going anywhere at the moment. So let's try and advance and see if it still holds. Looks to be doing, it'll do. I'm trying to see if I'm getting any slippage at all, and I am. If I bounce, watch this dot right here. You can see it's moving, but my goodness, I couldn't bounce like that all the way down. So looks like it's going to hold. I'm going to try it anyway. And I really, on this thin a rope, I think a gree-gree would probably do the exact same thing. They do tend to slip just a little bit. And I'll be honest with you, I'm having a hard time believing that's a 9mm rope. Looks more like 8, and we're holding well. So I'm going to go ahead and stick my feet in my foot loops down here. And go up a ways. I'm trying to keep my helmet kind of forward so maybe you can see the cinch, but I have an idea. You probably can't see it. I really like this little KMIII rope. Look at this, come right back just the way I wanted it. Now I can do some transferring, and the next thing I want to do is transfer my cinch, and it's pretty easy to do. Now again, to get this thing off, all I have to do is just do it counterclockwise and take it off, and it's off. And I'll transfer it to this rope. I put it on here, and I just rotate this back around, and it's on. So it is now clipped in, and I'm getting some force on it now. Looks like I'm good to go. I'll take some slack out, test that tie-in point, the knot, delta, and I'm pretty much completely on it. Got a little tension in my lanyard to the right. Should pull up with the spine against the tree and pull out this way. Take the cinch loose. Again, just rotate it clockwise and it pops loose. And I've got a safety lanyard routed funny here somehow. So, okay, there we go. It needs to go. And again, I'm keeping up with where my up rope is. I've got it marked with my sender anyway. But this is going to come on here just like that. Rotate back around and be hooked back in. like so. And see how I like this Trango cinch on the lighter rope, and boy, it does come loose fast, which is okay. Well, so far the cinch has worked well. But the big test is yet to come, and that's a longer rappel on this stuff. But before I do that, I'm going to put my gloves on and get some slack in my lanyard and see what this thing feels like. Oh, it is fast. It is fast. It breaks pretty suddenly. Of course, you can always one more check to make sure everything's going down the same path. So far it is, and I'm going to give it a little pull here. Well, that's really not bad. It is fast. It does stop. It's leaking, but it's not failing, so that's good. Whoa, that was fast. All right, let me make sure my throw line is gonna follow me down, and it is. So I'll tell you what, this is right scary. And I'll tell you what, I'm off of it and I can still feel it slipping. So I don't know that I'd recommend. It is catching me. It didn't then. It absolutely, look here. I had to stop it with my brake hand. It just simply would not stop me. So guys, as they say, it ain't made for 9mm rope. One thing that would be interesting here is to see how hot it is. That wasn't a real high, long, fast. It is warm. Oh, it's warm enough to burn you. Okay, the end.